sugarcoated. Ain't no nothing in. It ain't not one human being that's not gonna check in. When you if you let me give you on a bigger scale. The United States of America and all these countries have what is called airspace. If you invade their airspace with a plane, they consider that an act of war. If you want to come in their airspace, you're gonna check in. You can choose not to, and it's gonna be a problem. If dudes come and you move it in a certain way, if you choose not to check in, suffer the consequences. You feel like you got something that's bigger than what it's there. And I just because I do it, it's foreign to me to hear people speak how I'm not gonna check in, but then that's the ignorant dude, because that's the dude who wants the internet fame. Any real dude that's ever really been in LA, he checked in. There ain't no sugarcoated, ain't no nothing in. It ain't not one human being that's not gonna check in. When you if you let me give you on a bigger scale. The United States of America and
okay, so basically, just to give y'all and the fans, the viewers heads up. So more charges have been brought up. Of course, you know how the feds work. They usually don't come in until they done had years worth of evidence, years of everything. They done put the pieces to the puzzle. They don't go into nothing with a few pieces to a puzzle. They damn near had a whole puzzle. With that being said, they also have gathered evidence that he did orchestrate the hit on Nipsey, which is some of the other charges. They've arrested some more conspirators. Also, there are some more people. They got some cats already switching because they throwing them numbers and they like, nah, I'm gonna tell this shit. So it's a lot, it's unfolding. So what I want to talk about was y'all thoughts and the viewers on this checking in thing, right? In my history, I've not experienced, but I've seen. Well, no, I have experienced, just not under me. I was under someone else's power, right? But I've watched this. Now, what I want to say is this: the check-in that I experienced was nowhere close or near the level of disrespect or I don't know, power, ego type of movement that I've seen Big U express. So I want to get that clear because I think people are getting it confused, right? Or they just don't know what's check-in or which is which. I've seen one type of check-in, and it's the respectful check-in. And it's a check-in by choice. It wasn't forced. It was more, hey, look, I know I'm in a crazy city. I like y'all. I'm cool with y'all. Hey, let me show some love. I want y'all to make sure I'm safe. Give me your security fee. That's just business. The Big U type of check-in, that's extortion like a motherfucker. But with that being said, what's y'all thoughts on based off the interview and what you know of the kid's situation? Because he literally just explained one instance of why he feel like he's justified in doing what he's been doing for so many years.
And you know what? It's damn near like the topic we just left. You choose this. And what I mean by that is, if I got money like that and I'm rolling like that, I'm not going to go no place that I need to check in. I'm going to be where the cops at and the rich people at. It's not hard. Now, if you go into that hood shit, okay, you might need to get some safety because you don't know what's going on in the hood. See, that's what I look at. I know they don't make white people check in who got a bunch of money. Ain't none of that happening. That's only the niggas that play that game or who in that lane. You know what I'm trying to say? Because everybody rap want to be street, so they try to stick to street shit. If you come to LA and take care of your business the way you supposed to, now if you got a name, of course they'll be up on you, trying. But you're going to have your own security for that. But I'm just saying regular, like people that's coming up, them young, you don't have to go where you're going to have to check in. Where the Crips at, where the Bloods at. Go do what you're supposed to do and get up out of there. That's the way I look at it. But if you're going to put yourself in the hood, in those situations, you got to play the game and play the hand that's dealt. You know what I'm saying? You can't go in the jungle and you're not Tarzan.
Let
Your
me
ass
ask
going.
you this, let me ask you this, Rich. I just want to add context to it, right? So, what about situations that's kind of uncontrollable, right? Like, so let's say like you're up and coming artist, you done got hot, your team not that big, or it's big, but you just don't have the funds like that, and or you have your pride, right? And you might not be doing arenas yet, and you're doing a club, and then this is based. I'm using this example based off of one of the situations that happened where Big U found out T.I. was coming, and they bullying the club, the people who own that club or manage these clubs that don't have nothing to do with, kind of like the mob shit when they would kind of say, hey, oh, this your bakery. Yeah, nigga, we gon' basically that's what Big U was doing. But this example, they told the club owner, T.I. coming, okay, because they seen him promoting it, said, hey, we want 30K off the ticket, half off the dough. And so what happened was the club owner called T.I. and said, say, fam, man, I want to book it, bro, but man, these boys trying to extort me out here, bro. And he like, my manpower ain't up like that. You know what I'm saying? And he was, to be honest, he's clearly scared for his life. His nuts clearly didn't hang as low as me or you or B, because we wouldn't have gave, it would have been war. But anyway, so T.I. was like, shit, fuck him, man. You know, like, I don't know who do you think I am. You know, T.I., he ain't scared of shit. Yeah, like, fuck you, nigga. Like, I just won't come. And so Big U and them end up making the club on to pay the 30K anyway. So I'm at a contest to say, if you in that situation, you up and coming artist, let's say you managing one, let's say you one of the OGs who on the road with that young artist, and that situation is let's say you encounter that situation. I like going to the club yet, but what's your thoughts on having to deal with that, knowing that you ain't on a level to where you could just be afford to breaking bread with niggas like that, and it's not necessarily them protecting you; they really extorting you because they willing to hurt you if you don't let them extort you.
It's, to me, I think forward. So if you want some gangster shit, I'm gonna give you to the gangsters. I'm gonna call it out for you. You want 30? Be back here at 8:30. I'm gonna have it for you. They there. They waiting. Cause I'm not a gangster. I'm not in the street. So I'm gonna call who I pay taxes on, my military, the police, and tell them, hey, we got one. And I'm gonna be there with that money in that bag, and you walk in there and you deal with parole and all that extra shit, and I'm gonna keep my party going. That's just what it is. That's just being grown. I'm not gonna sit here and try to prove to another grown man I'm tough. I'm gonna get you out my way and I'm gonna get to my bag. That's simple. That's it. That's all. But if you catch me wrong and I gotta, we'll do it that way. But I'm just letting you know, I'm gonna let the police do their job. That's the problem. We try and do their job. Because if I get into it and shoot that nigga, they gonna give me time like I'm wrong. So I understand the game. I'm gonna get y'all involved and get niggas don't fuck with people that use the cops. That's why you see so many dudes, internet gangsters now, like the Charles, and they gonna call them loud. Niggas don't want to fuck them loud. Two things I know a black man scared of. That's a dog and the police. Yeah, you got you a dog that bite, a nigga, yeah, he cool. Because niggas don't want to get bit and they don't want to deal with the police. So I'm just saying,
Bars.
that's how hard that is. You know what I'm trying to
Hold
say?
on, B.
And I'm
Before
not
you
going nowhere
speak,
that you need to do that to me too. I'm not
yeah,
going
I
nowhere.
got you. Hold on, B. Listen to all the YNs out there watching this show and that's gonna watch this show. If you ain't never got no life-changing advice, Rich just gave your ass an extra life on your lives, nigga. Bars, boy.
Yeah.
It's hard to back know that.
Yeah. But that's right now. Put them police on. That's a piece on the chessboard, and you refuse to play.
You got an army. Because
Yeah.
if he a
Put
crip
the
and he got 40 or
police
50
on
niggas,
his
let me
ass.
get this army. I'm finna get me an army. I got some white boys ready. They've
Yeah.
been practicing this. They play paintball doing this. They ready. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you play who want to do
Yeah.
that. And that's just a boss move because,
Yeah.
you know,
So trust. So we're gonna let you spit. Well, let us hear your
yeah.
2 cents on it. Hey,
Yeah,
good game, Rich. Good game. They need to
yeah.
hear.
I'm with Rich on that though. You know what I'm saying? If the nigga ain't trying to hear nothing, I'm trying to do legitimate business here. This ain't no street shit I'm doing. I'm putting together a show for the people, and you gonna tell me that you gonna make me pay some shit? Oh, nigga, yeah. The police will be at my shit in effect. You come here, you deal with their ass shit. I ain't got to deal with you. Deal with you
Hey,
for what? I'm doing legitimate business. Now, you know, now like he say, if you on some street shit, you want to go get into that street shit, you want to visit the hood, it's probably in your best interest to check in on some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's probably in your best interest if you doing those kind of things. You know what I mean? But if you doing legitimate business, don't let no nigga trick you out your spot.
come on, man.
Nigga
So
trick you out
this
your
one
spot.
cause, yeah. And basically I'm just piggybacking on what Rich and you said. Man, look here, bro. This what I tell people. And when I tell people this, people be laughing. On guard, and I stand on this. And to this day, I would tell people this, and I don't care about what nobody think of me. Because the last time I checked, it don't matter who holding the gun to shoot the bullet, a nerd or whatever. I tell people this all the time. I have never been a thug. I've never been a thug. I just did thug like shit. That's it. It's a big difference. I don't like jail. I don't like drama. I don't like trouble. I don't like being in shootouts. I like peace. I've never been a thug, but I've done thug like shit. And to this day, I stand on that. Why I want to be the cockroach of society? Why?
Mm-hmm.
Thugs are the cockroaches of humans. Nah, I'm good on that, man. Man, what? Man, I call the police on a nigga in a heartbeat. What you say, nigga? Oh, y'all gonna jump me all 5 of y'all? Well, let's see if y'all can jump me before 911 dial.
And let's get it together.
Let's see how quick you motherfuckers is. Man, nah, you got me being, bro.
Yeah. Because if you
You know
smoke them,
what?
then you go and sit down.
Yeah.
And then you call the law, and guess what? You gonna start a chain reaction. The next YNs they see, leave that nigga alone. He gonna call the law. That's what's gonna be. That's gonna be. Leave him alone. He gonna call the law on you. Then you gonna be able to walk anywhere because they know this. He gonna call the law. Leave him alone.
You got
Yeah.
What? They know not to.
around.
You go in there and set trip. Fuck that. Leave him alone. He gonna call the law. Once you get that title, you good. They ain't been fucking shooting. They know. That's worse than putting a gun. Like a nigga got a gun. Oh, he'll shoot. Nah, this nigga finna call the law. That's even worse. He gonna clear out the whole set.
You gotta think. You gotta be diabolical. Like for example,
yeah,
it was this chick I was messing with, right? But we weren't messing around. So no more. So end up, dude she was messing with, he calling and threatening to kill me and everything, talking about nowhere you stay and all that. So that's what I did. I called the police, and then I said, yeah, I like to report, and I told him the whole name and everything.
yeah.
So yeah, he just threatened my life. Like that or whatever. And I said, yo, I got his number and everything. And then guess what I did? I said, in fact, I'm gonna call him back. Tell me where the fool still threatening me. The police on the other line record.
We're gonna let you get a little time to think about it.
Hey, the boy got some shine time. And they was like, that's him. Did he just threaten you? And then she say, oh, okay, then we fill out the report. We definitely gonna investigate and find out who to and him, and we'll just he say.
Jeez.
And the first thing they said was, Mr. Boom Boom Boom. My last name said, you please don't do nothing. You know, don't get into it with him or whatever. And if he does come, please call us. We're not telling you to defend yourself, but if he does come in the flip, I just got to pass.
Yes. You did.
So come out. Because guess what? If you would have came and got died, I wouldn't even went to jail. You got to think diabolical. You got to be smart about it. Like,
but you know something else too. I'm learning.
Yeah.
It's geographical. Like if you grew up with gang culture and that kind of lifestyle, you can understanding, checking in, and go for that. But if you coming from like where I'm from, Houston, my era, we don't know nothing about checking in. That's foreign to us. And they'll think, oh, you being tough. No, I just don't understand it because I
Yeah.
don't understand gang culture that I got to check into another man. I don't
Yeah.
understand that part. Not
Yeah.
that I wouldn't do it. I just don't know that part. You
Yeah.
know what I'm trying to say? I don't know who I would have to check in with. For what? I'm not doing nothing I need to be checked in for. So that's why I be tripping when that, you know. But if you pay attention to artists that do check in, 9 out of 10, they into something they ain't supposed to.
They
Because
into
you can get your
something.
weed, you can get your weed from the dispensary. You can go to the casino if you want to shoot dice. You see what I'm saying? You can buy your bitch offline. You can get your shot put. See what I'm trying to say? So we know they probably getting their little cocaine or their little whatever, the Miley, whatever. So you got to get it from the hood. And once you do that, the nigga who bringing it to, I'm finna go get such and such this here. And there it is. The wheels are spinning. Man, I
Man,
was in the room. Them niggas had money and jewelry everywhere, man. Them niggas over there. And there it is. The nigga
yo,
who came ain't no, he just happy he met y'all. But he done told some gangsters. And the gangsters coming. Payday, we got them. Because you blindside. You don't know they coming. So how can you prepare for something you don't know coming? And
fact,
that's
fact.
where the check-in come in. But if
Yeah.
you keep your nose to the business, to the what you there for, in and out, hey man, yeah.
For
But every
sure.
nigga want to go to the club and go be cool. No, sir,
Yeah.
I don't need to see the hood. No.